Hi guys, today is Sunday of the convention. I don't know why I sang that. I got sleep, I guess, maybe. It's J2 day, so they have their panel today, even though yesterday was J2 day. They do more of the panels today, so it's J2 day. And they do more photos. We're just doing the panel. Hopefully, crossing fingers, I get picked to ask a question, because that'll be fun. We're going to head down for breakfast. And then we're going to come back and check out and get all that done. We don't have anything until noon. I think the welcome was at noon. And I can't miss Rob and Rich. So we're doing that. And then we got like a break in between panels. We got like an hour break in between. So I want to go to I want to go to the vendor's room in between that hour break. Yeah. And then after that, we have panel after panel after panel. Like, it's just going to be panels one after another until the end of the video. But yeah, so come with us on our last day. I better ask Jessica one thing, though. I got a question. Okay. What are you looking for today?
J2?
I mean, it's a given, but...
Well, yeah. Still haven't fully decided, but probably I will. Get a Samantha Smith selfie.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that.
I probably will. I'm going to walk around the vendor room to see if I want to buy anything else. I'm excited for Mark Shepard's panel because he always like walks around the crowd and makes it fun and makes it like... I've never seen a Jake Abel panel.
Neither have I.
He was going to come last time, but he got sick or something.
I think he got COVID or something.
But yeah, I've never seen a Jake Abel panel, so I'm really excited for that. But it's the last day, so I'm just going to soak it all in, enjoy it all. Not thinking about it's the last day. This weekend so far has felt like a week long, so I'm hoping this feels like 3 days long.
I'm trying to think of anything else, but I think that's it. I will see you guys later. You guys will probably go right to a panel because I'll probably forget the film breakfast. So, yeah. Bye.
Keyboards and your co-host and the lead singer of the band, me, Rob Benedict. Hi. I forgot to mention Jason, man. Hi guys, having a good time? He's my right-hand man. Give it up for Mr. Richard.
Minneapolis, land of dreams.
Land of 10,000 dreams.
Land of 10,000 dreams and Misha Muggings. Land of 10,000. I'm glad it's the land of 10,000 dreams and Misha Muggings, not the land of dreams and 10,000 Misha Muggings. That would be unfortunate. That'd be brutal. I don't know how you feel, Minneapolis. We haven't been here in a while, and it's great to be back.
This time of day, because usually on Sundays I hate my life for the first 4 hours.
Usually the mornings you don't like.
Yeah, I don't like mornings, but today I woke up, so I make all the right choices last night. So last night Alex and I went out to this bar called the CC Club, which is such a great local spot. I was on Saturday night trying to pick a local spot to go out to, because I don't want my whole experience to just be airport, venue, hotel, right? I want to see what the city I'm at. And at midnight, Alex ordered a new round of drinks, and I looked at him and I saw the face of the devil, and I'm like, not today, Satan. And so I woke up in such a good mood, except for Pink Pony Club won't leave me alone.
But he did, because he texted us and said, I love my life and so happy.
And they got scared.
No, I said I'm so happy because usually DJ, you get in the car in the morning and I'm like, I'm not sure he likes me today.
I just do this.
Till pull it out like 2, and then you're like, oh, DJ's alive.
Yeah. I showed it to you like this. And people are like, looks like you're gonna take a hostage. Are you gonna take a hostage? No, I'm not. I may though.
Rob Benedict, Richard Spade Jr., and the one and only Rick Pack. She's a black magic woman. She's a black magic woman. She's a black magic woman. Got me so blind that I can't see. She's a black magic woman.
All right, well, let's just dive into the questions, and we will field those and deliver up some spicy answers. You know what I'm saying today? All right. We'll start since they're having. No, we're gonna.
They're in a shambles.
What are they doing? They're worried about the light.
Let's look over here. Let's
blind to the panelists.
What's your name? Where you're from? What do you want?
Well, we're back 1,000 over here.
Things are going well. That's fine.
My name's Rachel. I'm from Minnesota, which is why I'm asking if you guys would be willing to try a Minnesota accent.
Sure. Oh gosh, yeah. Oh no. Juicy Lucy and
Juicy Lucy. Oh yeah.
the Timberwolves, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. It's cold out there, eh? It's cold.
It seems very similar to our Canadian accents. Right?
Well, it is.
Yeah, very close.
That's where we are. We're like a border away.
We are.
Oh yeah. My favorite line in Fargo, the movies, when she's like, "Oh, I think I'm gonna barf."
Yeah, I think I'll say this one. We're gonna barf.
Now he's really shy. He doesn't. Oh, there he is on stage. Ruined the surprise.
Are you ready? What was that? Something about a black magic marker? Everything I do? When you follow me around and grocery shopping, showering. That's kind of weird.
Okay, my question is, the boys have baby. If you could have driven...
The boys have baby.
If you could have driven or ridden any motorcycle...
I have the trunk.
And supernatural, which would it be?
I already answered your question. You obviously weren't listening.
I would like a better answer.
Well, then you should go to a different panel. I'm swaying apparently at their boots right now, so if you run really fast, you can probably catch them up. Good luck with that. I have a way nicer car than a frickin' Chevy, trust me. I want to say thank you for an extraordinary weekend. I want to thank you so much for being here. It has been an absolute pleasure and an honor to see you. Enjoy. Lots of love to you. I hope to see you again soon. Please look after each other. It's
escaped my mind. Like your handsomeness was like, wow.
No, that's all I need right there. You're doing it right.
Oh yeah, do you call your parents daily, like on a daily basis when you're like driving or like...
Do I call my parents daily?
Yeah, or like daily-ish.
I should. Or we text a lot. Talk on the phone every day. Why do you ask? Did my mom call you?
No, my mom, her and my grandpa used to call all the time, and then when he died, she calls with my brother all the time, and when I go to college, next year, she tells me that I need to call her on my way home and when I'm driving all the time.
My dad, his mother just passed away this year, and he called her every day on the way home from from work. So it is a good tradition. We should all do that, right? Promise?
Everyone, this is the moment that we rarely get to, actually, where you're just drawing it out before the boys take the stage.
And you know why?
Why?
It's the hit song that we made popular last year. It's time for that little blues number called
Where are the boys?
Jared's Got a Poop. Oh! He's got good news, yeah. Jared's going number 2. He's got a poop. He can't hit the stage and make a giant mess, so we gotta kill time, gotta do our job.
Jared gotta go poop. Jared's gotta
Bridges in the wind again. I just got a thing that happens when Jared goes to the can. Even big looking guys like Jared gotta do it. He's got no heart, he's human too, and that means he gotta go yeah, he does. It's a big one. For the toes. That means we're gonna kill a little boy.
Well, our next song is called Jared's Still Pooping.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, Robin and his band, Oh Mary, warming up this crowd. Get him going, buddy.
At Minneapolis, the boys will come out when they see and hear how great you've been all week and sing this song with me. Any way you want it, that's the way you need it. Any way you want it. She loves the moon, she loves the groove, she loves a lot of things. All night, all night.
Walking down the hall just a second ago, and I was like, oh, let me just hop in here and go to the bathroom real quick. And as I walk into the bathroom, I hear, any way you want. I'm like, oh, shit! Come on! So there's a dark spot on his pants. Now you know why. Oh, is he gonna regale us? Jensen Borja, ladies and gentlemen. Do it.
Are you doing the drums?
Where did that come from? Yeah, help us.
I mean, since we've lost the entire band, I kind of feel like. There's so many pedals down here. I don't. Thank you. first and only ever concert. I gotta say, that was pretty good, man.
Thank you.
That was pretty good.
Not spite yourself.
Thank
So, long story short, if that was American Idol, we did not get through to Hollywood.
Golden ticket.
We did not get the golden ticket. Hi, Minneapolis, St. Paul. Thank you for being here and for not throwing up in the last 3 minutes. It's awesome to be here and to see some new faces and some friendly faces from the past.
What was the most embarrassing moment on set?
Well, you had a lot.
I probably had the most. I do think ripping my pants. Yeah. But then I think.
Yeah, but you weren't embarrassed by that. You thought it was hilarious.
I did ultimately, but at first I was like, why is it so airy? Of my thigh.
I think one that probably haunts you a little bit is the bowl of blood.
Yes, yes. Season 6?
Yes.
French Mistake.
Yeah.
There was one, we're shooting with Sebastian Roche, Balthazar, and we're in Bobby's house, like in pseudo Winchester universe, and he puts a bowl of blood on the couch, and Jensen or Dean is doing something, and I'm nearest to the bowl, you know, I'm standing here as Sam, and the bowl is like right here, and then I can kind of see, we're in the middle of the scene, and the bowl starts tipping, and instead of going like, I got it, okay, just go back, I go, blood everywhere, like fake blood. Blood on the couch, blood. And Jensen goes, dude, why don't you just go like this? I was like, I don't know, it was happening.
It looked like this, it looked like this. It's literally that slow.
Yeah.
He could have just. He was in arm's reach, and instead he jumped back, and then it went all over the couch, all over the floor, everywhere, and it was like a 40-minute cleanup.
Yeah, that sucked. What about you?
Probably shapeshifter. We were in like an alley, right?
Yeah, downtown.
And it was the scene, it was like, I think it's a shapeshifter. And I couldn't, for some reason, I just couldn't spit out the word shapeshifter. And I was like, it's a shapeshifter. It's like, we gotta go because I think we're dealing with a shapeshifter. And then he's just like, what? Shut up! Hang on! Okay, let's just go back. There we go. There, we gotta go. I think we're dealing with a shapeshifter. I couldn't say it. And it was like one of those moments where it's like, what's happening to my brain? And so it got down to the point where he was like, Sam, we gotta get out of here. I think we're dealing with a shapeshifter.
And then, so he didn't tell me he was going to do that, so I lost my shit. Yeah, it was one of those, if y'all seen Shapeshifter or Skin,
look for it now. If you go back and look at it, like what? It'd be like, he kind of changed the whole tone of his vibe right on that one word. It's like, that was why.
They probably cut away from your face. I
hope so. I can't remember.
I hope so. We all hope so. But yeah, to Jensen's point, he comes out, and I'm ahead of him, and he's like, Sam, wait! What's going on? He's like, what? I don't know. I have a feeling. So get back before something happens. And we're all, and Robert Dr. McNeil, who's amazing, was directing. And he's like, hey, Jensen, we don't know what the fuck you just said. If you can do another one in English, that might be chef's kiss. And so Jensen's like, yeah, I get you, I got it. So we go back, and like, okay, we run out. Sam! Yeah, we can't leave yet. Look, I'm sure that I sensed something inside,
and I think it might be a so we gotta go back. And it's like, and I'm kind of going like, Jensen, have you been drinking or something? But Robert, director comes back and he's like, Jensen, thanks, that was great too, but we still, what just happened? Do you smell toast? And so finally we get to like take 3 or take 4, whatever, run out the door. Sam, yeah, we can't leave yet. Listen, I was inside and I feel like something happened and I get the sense that it's a shape shifter. So that was my response, just like laying on the floor, well, laying on the ground in the alley and thinking over, laughing, germs everywhere.
You know when you ask Google Translate to say a word for you? That's what I sounded like. Shape shifter.
It was good.
That was embarrassing.
Yeah, for sure.
Thanks for bringing that back up.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
As a child, not as an adult.
There's
I was afraid of alligators underneath my bed.
alligators? You from Florida?
No.
Okay. Okay, so you were afraid of alligators now?
No, under her bed. That's why it's irrational.
I see. Well, where do you live?
I was from Oklahoma.
You weren't afraid of tornadoes? Maybe a more rational fear.
What's your address in Oklahoma? Is anybody home right now? Where do you keep your valuables?
Okay, so irrational fear. I get it. Because there's no bears in San Antonio.
Correct.
But you had this fear of bears as a kid?
Yes. You didn't?
You've had this fear your whole life?
Bears, dude.
I feel like I'm saying the same word.
Correct.
Okay. Bears.
Yes, I don't.
So this is,
yeah.
but that is a rational fear in certain circumstances or in certain parts of the world.
Like when you're being attacked by a bear.
Right. But it would be irrational to be afraid of bears coming out of the bathroom.
Are there bears in the bathroom? Guess I'm not a ping again today.
But as an alligator under your bed, that doesn't make a whole lot of sense. Let me ask you this: what do you think sparked that?
I hated having my feet hanging off the side of the bed.
Okay, so you were just afraid of like a monster under the bed.
No, it was specifically alligators.
But the monster was in the form of an actual being,
Yeah.
which was an alligator.
Yeah.
Got it. That sucks. Because if it's like, well, there's a monster under my bed. It's like, monsters aren't real. You don't have to worry about that. That's just in books and science fiction and a show called Supernatural. You don't have to worry about monsters under the bed. But an alligator is a real thing that could cause fear in certain circumstances. And so was there like a book that you read? Or no, there was a TV show or a movie or a story that somebody shared with you? You just said it, you were like, there's definitely a massive lizard under my bed.
There wasn't an explanation.
There was no explanation.
No, it's just alligators. They're scary.
Okay.
I'm with you, I get it. Alligators are not my thing, but bears. I'm scared of bears.
Let me ask you this: as you've gotten older, has that fear subsided, or does it still creep up on you?
So it's no longer alligators?
Oh, we've changed.
I'm here for this. I am here.
So I have mild hallucinations, so it's usually just people standing in the corners of rooms.
Yeah, see, that messes me up right there. See, now we're getting to a conversation.
Did y'all just become best friends?
Because this. If I wake up and see that, I'm blowing it up. I've got the detonator and the whole place is going up. Me included. That's it.
But if you see...
What's that?
I was really scared of gremlins.
Gremlins? That makes sense. That's fair. That makes sense. I love that. That's a good fear. Okay. I know I had some. Just trying to dig deep and try to find them because now I'm like, nope. Gosh. I don't know that I had one specifically that like really stuck with me. I mean,
straight-legged people.
I just don't trust them.
Who would?
Yeah, I don't know that I think I have healthy fears.
What's a healthy fear?
Healthy fear is like when you see a rattlesnake.
Yeah, but I'm from like Texas and Oklahoma. Rattlesnakes are all around.
Exactly, but that's a healthy fear. It's like, oh, nope, nope, nope. Mm-mm. Like, that's...
How many rattlesnakes do you live around?
No, 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 oh, no, no, Jesus. And, you know, my wife is from Louisiana, so, and her parents still live down there, and we go and visit them quite often, and so alligators are a thing down there. And I've driven across the Pontchartrain Bridge many times, which is a extremely long bridge, and it is so close to the water.
They're a lot bigger than you think they are.
Yeah! So I feel like fear of alligators is a healthy, rational fear, much like fear of bears. But under your bed, you might want to talk to somebody about that. I would talk to somebody about that. Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I'm sweating now.
Mom dies. Let me just explain the show to you. Mom dies. Dad gets mad. Dad enacts revenge for life. Forces his sons to follow along when really he was just, you know, he was going to go it alone regardless, but he said, come on boys. And then as the boys get older, one's like, I don't want to do this, and one's like, Dad, you're my hero, and keeps doing the revenge of the mom thing involving your character's perspective. You know, like what are things that made them think?
Mom dying.
Wait. And here's the thing that I wasn't getting.
Yeah.
On the ethics of hunting monsters.
My brother was like, Dad, you're my hero.
In terms of what makes one inherently evil, who to kill or who not to kill.
I mean, you know, my brother was like, hey, I know you're in college, you're gonna have a good life, but Dad's my hero and Mom died. Come hunt with me. That's basically all I remember. Thank you for your question. Hi, how are you?
We walked through that one. That was a doozy.
Big time.
So the ending of the show, it was not the ending that I wanted, but I respect everybody. Some people it was the ending that they wanted. But
wait, who wanted that?
So it was not the ending that I wanted. So I'm just wondering if you had to change the ending, how would you end the show instead?
I would have just moved about 8 inches to my left.
Okay, What ending did you want?
So I would have liked to have seen you defeat God, and then...
We did!
I know, and then the next episode, you get a phone call, somebody needs help, and you're at the back of the Impala.
We did!
You're at the back of the Impala, and we got work to do. Boom.
We did!
Show's done. Show's done. Then it's up to us to decide.
So you would have preferred the outside of the vampire nest, the shutting of the trunk, and that was the end of the show.
Yep.
You never see us walk inside.
Nope. Then it's up to me. I never wanted to see Dean.
Well, that's very selfish of you.
I never.
How dare you?
I didn't want to see Dean die.
How dare you take that away from us?
I didn't think
I'm
that
joking.
was right.
Listen, I had the same reaction that you did, or I felt the same way that you did when we were pitched the ending. I did not want that to happen. I just did not in my being. I was like, he can't die. It hurt. Like, it hurt hearing it. And this was 10 months before we filmed it.
Longer. It was like July. We didn't film until September, August.
Oh, that's true. That's true, because of COVID. That's right. It was over a year before it actually happened that I heard that, and I didn't like it. That being said, I read a lot of things in the script that I didn't like. I didn't like Bobby dying. But we're also in the business of making TV that draws emotion from people. And even though Bobby was so beloved and such a great part of the brothers' world and lives, having him go made for really good TV.
Because you see what they do next. I think what he's saying, we talked about this, there's a lot, that whole saying, pain is mandatory, suffering is optional. Like, one of the great things about Supernatural, because of our genre, because of our SBN family, and sticking with us, and knowing that we stick with y'all, is we get to explore these really freaking uncomfortable situations, unlike other shows and movies get to explore. And go like, yeah, you lost your uncle, yeah, you lost your dad, yeah, you lost your mom. Now she's back in an alternate universe, you have to deal with that, you have to confront these, it's like a...
If I had a nickel.
It's a significant effort to get through some of these trials and tribulations. And so I think that's part of why Supernatural, why the writers chose to make it... I can't watch it without crying. I can't hear about it without crying, the finale. But you got to see Sam go on, you got to see Dean go on. This is going to be... We've all been through times in our lives where this is it, there's no way I can get through this. And then a month goes by and you're like, I got through it. It still hurts, it still sucks, but a lot less than it did yesterday, a lot less than it did a week before, a lot less than it did 2 weeks ago. And then another month goes by and you're like, oh well, I didn't even think about that yesterday. So I think part of what Supernatural and the Winchester brothers and the entire cast and crew did was show hey, you can go through some real deep, dark, heavy, hard shit. And you can keep going. And so I'll stick with that.
This is it. This is the last question. Right now. Here's the last question. Here's the last question. Here's the very last question. Here's the last question.
SBN family, please say hello to Morgan, who is from right here in Minneapolis. All right, we're going to ask you our last question.
I know that the first couple seasons of Supernatural were shot on film. My question is, what was it like working with evolving technology over the years?
Great question. Yeah. Yeah. I'm here for this.
Next question.
Come on, Mom? Where's Mom? Where's Mom? Mom, where's Mom? What? Morning pointed right there. Hi, Mom. I know, you're good. I'll go first, I'll try first. So, it was a lot quicker because when you were doing film, they had to load and reload all the film, 1,000-foot bag, 300-foot bag, check the gate, do takes over and over again if there's a hair in the gate. Whereas when we went to digital, it was easier to do visual effects, it was easier to reload. They just took a memory card out and put a new one in, as opposed to like, okay, pull it out, wind it, deliver it downtown, get processed. And so I found it quicker.
Well, there was a learning curve. Certainly, when digital cameras were introduced, they weren't foolproof. There was a lot of the camera would crash, and so they would have to reboot it. And it was during that kind of transition where people were going, "Is this worth it?" Now that they've gotten to a point to where they are, it's astronomically changed the industry. Not even just from the camera aspect, but also what you can do digitally to the picture afterwards. So it's been a really unique. In fact, just the other day, I was sitting behind the camera, and the camera was on the dolly on a remote head, which means there was nobody operating it. The operator was in another room with a monitor and wheels, and it was just like a moving, robot, basically. And it would follow us in, and it would, move and everything was being operated remotely. And he and I, when we started Supernatural, the camera operator was literally looking through the eyepiece. You had the focus puller that was on the camera, moving the focus wheel. You had the dolly grip that was on the dolly. You had everybody who was on the camera right there. But now everybody's it's all done remotely. And I'm at what point does AI take over and you don't need a camera operator anymore? You don't need a focus puller anymore. You don't need a dolly grip anymore. You don't need an actor anymore.
Yeah.
You have to be careful what you wish for. It's been real. Thank you. That was a really good question. Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Back to that blue icky color. Hi guys. So it's the end of the con as we know it. So no updates in between. It was all panels. So I'll probably add a lot more J2. I tried to film as much J2 as I could. But I will apologize now for all the weird angles and me moving from heads between heads. I didn't have the greatest view, so it was hard. But I did my best, so I apologize now. But it was a great day. We had a lot of fun. Nothing too exciting other than this morning we had a lot of people in the vendor's room. Like we walked in, Rich was in there, Billy, Rob showed up, all the people signing. So I always say her name wrong. Is it Alaina? Alaina, Sam, Ruth, all of those guys were in the vendor's room. So when we walked in this morning, so that was kind of fun. What were you gonna say?
I got my Samantha Smith selfie.
Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot about that.
You didn't come to that.
Yeah, I know. She did it by surprise.
I saw it, I'm like, oh, she's there. I'll get it.
So, what did you think of Rob, Rich, and Ruth?
I thought they were good. I don't remember much about it.
Well, I'll be honest with you. Now that she says she doesn't remember, I don't really remember.
I'll have to rewatch the video.
They did ask him to do a Minnesota accent.
Oh yeah.
So that I filmed that. I think that, and then I tried to film a couple other things. But I didn't film a lot of some of the other panels because it was so hard. And then Mark Shepard was next.
Yes, I like Mark Shepard. He's a jerk. Somebody asked, why are you so mean? And he describes it as he is, I guess, channeling. He's channeling Crowley during the panels. Something about because we come to see Crowley or something like that. I don't know. But then he had some very sweet moments later on. So he's like a Sour Patch Kid.
Wow. Mark Shepard.
First and then sweet.
Mark Shepard is a Sour Patch Kid. I dare you to write that down and remember for the next time. I love Mark Shepard. I was just mad that he didn't walk down the aisles like he normally does. He did go up to people at the mic, but he normally walks all over the place, and he didn't for once, and I was very sad for that. But he's funny. He will tell you, though, if he doesn't like an answer, he'd be like, no, and just, like, move on. You know, he's like, no, next. So you gotta ask a good question, or he will tell you. And then after that was Jake. Which I like Jake. Jake. I don't know where that accent came in from. Jake. But I like Jake. I just was in so much pain I had to leave. So I watched a little bit in the beginning and then left and watched the end. But from what I saw, he was great. And then after that was the big panel. Jensen was sassy, guys. Like, he was giving attitude. But it was good.
I laughed a lot in their panel.
When don't you laugh, though? That's the thing.
Right? Yeah. Yep.
Any favorite parts that you can remember from the panel? We got to see Jensen. We got to hear Jensen sing.
That's it. Yep.
She.
Well, actually, hold on. First of all, they came out and Rob and Steven had to go catch a flight, so they weren't there. So. Jensen goes to the guitar or bass guitar or something, and Jared goes to the drums. This is at the beginning of their panel, and they did a little.
It wasn't very good though. It did not flow very well. No. But it was still pretty fun.
And then at the end, Jensen sang a little bit.
So yeah, so it was a lot of fun. They were a lot of fun.
Yeah.
I'm sad it's over, but it's the end of another convention vlog, and this won't be my last one. Hopefully. There's no word on if they're coming back here. As long as they come to Minnesota, we're probably going no matter what because we enjoy being there. Even if I can't afford a photo or an autograph, if I can buy a ticket to get in the door, I will be there. And it's because like I told Jessica, it's my happy place. I enjoy coming here. I've had a lot going on the last couple months. And things going on in my personal life, and I came to this convention and it all just went away, and it's my happy place. Supernatural conventions and Disney World, or Disney in general, are my two happy places, and unfortunately they both have to be super expensive, but they're my happy place. And so that is the best part about the Supernatural conventions, like Jessica said, is the actors care. They want to be there. You can tell they want to be there, because I've been to Vampire Diaries conventions and some of these other ones, and some of those people, it's not the same. It's hard to explain unless you've experienced it both, but it's not the same. and you come here, they come more days, they engage with people. I mean, yesterday after SNS, Rob was leaving because Lounge Swain was doing autographs, and Rob was leaving, and he went running over to people and hugged them and like interacted with them and then left. Like, if you like what you're doing and you care, you wouldn't do that.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
so that is the best part of the Supernatural Conventions and all of it. But basically, my favorite things that happened this weekend was my Jared Op, because it was fun to do that with Jessica. Seeing Rob is always a must for me, and SNS gives me chills half the time. I enjoy listening to those guys sing. I enjoy it all. So those were some of and my Misha question.
Yep.
That was a really big one. That was one of my favorites. So those are just some, but like everything I did was pretty great. Now that being said, I will end this vlog now. If you guys like these videos, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. I will link all the other days in the description below. So if you want to check them out and you're just finding this, you can totally check them out down below. Subscribe, because I plan to do other things in the future. So subscribe, please, please. I'm trying to get to a goal here, so help me out.
What's your goal?
500.
We can do it, guys.
If you guys can get me to 500, that would be great. So pass it on, tell your friends, subscribe. And that being said, that is it. And I will see you guys later with another video.